So dear students, in our daily life we can be seen in the various types of living organism. Some organisms should be multicellular organism, some organisms should be unicellular organisms. So any type of the organism you can take down. There is a cell is the one of the can be called as the structural and functional unit of living organism. It should be control and coordinate all the activities of the cell. So in this chapter, we can be study about what is the meaning of cell, what are its functions, what is the main components of the cell, what is the difference between plant cell and animal cell. All this we can be discussed about in this session. So look at the drawing here. So whether it can be taken down any cell, either it should be plant or it should be animal cell, it is the can be called as the structural and functional unit of living organism. So here first we can be study about the introduction, then cell theory, what are the components of cell membrane, then it can be cytoplasm and nucleus. First one is introduction. So if you observe the drawing here, we have the liver cell, muscle cell, brain cell, blood cell and also intestinal cells. If you take any organism, so all organisms are made up of the small unit called cells, but in scientifically it is a structural and functional unit of living organism. There are also bricks a building. So if you observe the building, they have the bricks, is it? So like that, our tissue or organ should be also made up of these type of the cells. So the cells are the body of an organism. We have already learned that organism may be unicellular or multicellular. So unicellular means those are made up of the single cell. That is, we can be called as the unicellular. So those are made up of the two or more cells. Then we can be called as the multicellular organisms. So in this lesson, we should be learned about some certain concept like cell theory. Who proposed the cell theory? Then what are the components of cell membrane, osmosis, cytoplasm. In cytoplasm, we can be seen in the membranous organelles and also non-membranous organelles. So lastly, we can be discussing about the nucleus. So first one is cell theory. Who proposed the cell theory? So what are cells? So cells are called as the structural and functional unit of living organism. You already know that. So it is first discovered by the Robert Hooke, discovered these cells. So you observe the comb. So cork of comb, then you observe the like a tiny cells you can be observed that one. These cells it can be called as a cell. So then cell theory should be proposed by M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Stone. So one of his botanists, another is the zoologist put forth this cell theory. What does the cell theory should be stated there? So you know that the body of living organisms are formed by the one or more cells. Is it? Either it should be multicellular organisms. So whatever cells are there, so already which cells are there, they will be arise only from pre-existing cell through a cell division. That should be shows the cell theory statement. So you know that the body of living organism is formed by the one or more cells. All these cells, whatever we have the cells, these cells are arise from only by the pre-existing cells through a cell divisions. So maybe lungs, bone, liver, kidney, sperm, brain, blood, muscles, egg, ova. So these are all we can be called as the cells. What are the components we can be observed when we observe the microscope? Either simple microscope or you can use the compound microscope. Any cell, when we observe under a compound microscope, they will show the three regions. One is we can be called as the cell membrane, then cytoplasm. So this is the cell membrane. This part we can be called as the cytoplasm. Then we can observe the nucleus part. So what is the meaning of cell membrane? So any cell which is surrounded by the cell membrane, it is also called plasma membrane. So cell membrane, other name is also called as the plasma membrane. So the cell which is surrounded by the cell membrane, that is called as the plasma membrane. It separates the interior of the cell from the outside the environment. So it should be act like a gateman work type, is it? The cell membrane helps to maintain the shape of the cell. So cell membrane should be also helpful for the maintenance of the cell shape of the cell. It controls the movement of the selected substance into and out of the cell. So whichever substances they want, that the substance should be, they can be observed and they can be leave it to that one. Yes, it can be called as the selective permeable membrane, or it can be other name can be called as the semi-permeable membrane, because whatever needed substances you want to the cell, that much of the substances they can be allowed to that one. Hence, it can be called as the semi-permeable membrane. So cell membrane, how should be the work? We can be know about the what is the meaning of the osmosis. So what is the meaning of osmosis? So osmosis means, so here it can be seen the isotonic, hypotonic and hypertonic solution. So isotonic means water and sugar solution, or whatever you may take from the sugar or salt solution, that should be the equal, then it can be called as the isotonic solution. Hypotonic solution means the external medium which is higher than the cell membrane, then it can be called as the hypotonic. Hypertonic means the solution which we take down, that is the highly concentrated than the water, then it can be called as the hypertonic. So isotonic solution means they are the normal. In hypotonic means they will gain the water from the external medium. Hypertonic means they will be shrinkage. So the water should be lost from the higher region to the higher concentration region of the lower concentration, that it can be called as the osmosis. So in plant cell, water should be passed out, then it should be the placid. Again, water should be entered to the one, it should become a turgid. So plasma membrane should be plasmolysis. They may take down the water and also leave the water also. Under certain condition, molecules move from the region of the higher concentration to the region of the lower concentration with the expenditure of the energy. This is called active transport. So active transport means it is also one of the osmosis process, but here the molecules move from the region of the lower concentration to region of the higher concentration with the expenditure of energy, that is it can be called as the osmosis. So in plant cell, in addition to the cell membrane, there is another one can be called as the cell wall, which should be mainly made up of the cellulose and also non-living substance. Unlike cell membrane, cell wall is also permeable membrane. So permeable membrane means it should be covered membrane, hence it can be called as the permeable membrane. It should be act like a selective substances. So related to this osmosis and cell, we have some questions here. What are the three prominent part of the cell? The three prominent of the cell are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. These are the any plant cell you may take from these membranes. So next, second question. What is the function of the cell membrane? It means it should be separate the interior of the cell from the outside the environment. So whatever we want to the substances, that substances they can be allowed to the one, hence it should be act like a separate the interior of the outside the environment. Next one is cytoplasm. What is the meaning of cytoplasm? So cytoplasm is one of the jelly-like substance found between the cell membrane and nucleus. So cytoplasm means it is found in between the cell membrane and nucleus. 80% of the cytoplasm is water. It should be made up of 80% should be water. Organelles are specialized structure found in the cytoplasm of this cell. So whatever organelles are there, you can be tell about the organelles. You can be learned that one. That organelles should be lie in this structure of the cytoplasm. So they carry out the specific function. They group into the two categories. One is we can regard as the membranous organelles. Another one is the non-membranous organelles. So membranous organelles means which covered by the membranes. That is we can regard as the membranous organelles. Maybe endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi complex, lysosomes, and plastids. These are the membranous organelles. Non-membranous organelles means the organelles which are not covered by the membranes, then we can regard as the non-membranous organelles. Examples is ribosomes and centrioles. So now we can study about the one by one into the organelles. We can study about that one. So first one, endoplasmic reticulum. In short form, we can read on the ER. So endoplasmic reticulum is a network of the branching tubules extending from the cell membrane to the nuclear membrane. So look at the picture here. We have the endoplasmic reticulum which have the network of the capillary tubes. These tubes we can regard as the capillary of the tubes. So it transport. What is the main function of this cell membrane is? It will be transport the substances from the one part of cell to another part of the cell. So maybe water or other solvent or any other substances have, they can be transferred to the one part of the cell to another part of the cell. Next one is mitochondria. So mitochondria is also one of the double membrane organelle, we can call that one. So the outer membrane is the smooth. So outer membrane should be smooth, but inner membrane should be a folded. So this fold we can regard as the crystal. So whatever these folders are there, that is we can regard as the crystal. The inner membrane encloses the fluid known as matrix. So in inner membrane we can be seen in the fluid matter, that is we can regard as the matrix. It is site for the respiration of the cell. It will be helpful for the respiration of the cell also. What are the functions of these mitochondrial cells? They produce the energy which is stored in the molecule called adenosine triphosphate. So whenever energy should be released in our body, so that energy should be stored in the form of ATP. Hence mitochondria is also called as the powerhouse of the cell. Normally cell has a 32 mitochondria, 30 to 40 mitochondria, but the number of mitochondria in the cell varies and depend on the function of the cell. So normally one cell should be having at least 30 to 40 mitochondria. So depend upon their functions, they will be the cell mitochondrial number should be varied from one cell to another cell. Next one is membranous organelles. What is the meaning of membranous organelles? So another one is Golgi complex, which consists of the flat disc with expanded ends. So this is like a vesicles. So Golgi complex should look like a vesicles. The main function of this Golgi complex should be secrete some chemicals which can be required for the cellular activities. Whatever cellular activities is needed to the some chemicals that should be secreted in this Golgi complex. Next one is lysosomes. So where do we find these lysosomes? Lysosomes are usually found in animal cells. So not only can be seen in the plant cell, only observed in the animal cells. They are also spherical shape or sac-like organelles. They vary the variety of hydrolytic enzymes. So they have the hydrolytic enzymes. Yes, they will kill themselves. Hence, it is also called as the suicide bags. They destroy their own cell until it becomes old. So when the cell should be becoming old or damaged, sometimes it should be diseased, then they can be destroyed their own cell. Hence, it is called as the suicide bag. Next one is plastids. So we have the various types of the plastids. Is it? So plastid means color. So we have the chromoplast, chloroplast, leucoplast. So chroma means color. So like means leuco means without color. That is we can be called as the leucoplast. Plastids are found in the plant cells. Some plastids are without coloring pigment, and these are called leucoplast. So So if you observe any plant, they have the green in color because of the chlorophyll content. These pigments should be helpful for to the color. They occur regions of the plant which are not exposed to sunlight, such as tender woods. So leucoblasts we can be observed only in the when the sunlight is not passed on to the plant part, that part only we can be seen to that one. They are mainly involved in the storage of the reserve food. Second type of the plant are with coloring pigments other than green. So green color we can be called as the chlorophyll, other than green we can be called as the chromoplast. Chromo means color, plastic. Chromoplast contains various pigments, maybe yellow color, red or orange in color, depend upon their pigments. The third type of the content green color pigment is called as the chlorophyll. So and is also known as the chloroplast. We know that all the green plants should be contained this chlorophyll. They will be useful for the absorption of the sunlight. They will be converted into chemical into food or glucose. Each chloroplast should be covered with a double membrane. The inner membrane encloses the matrix. So this part we can record as the inner membrane. So this is the we can record as the stroma and grana region. So chlorophyll play important role in the preparation of the food. Next one is ribosomes. What is the meaning of ribosomes? Where we find? So some gland-like structures which are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum and nuclear membrane are called ribosomes. So what is the meaning of ribosomes? Some gland-like structures which are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum and nuclear membrane are called ribosomes. So these are freely distributed in the cytoplasm. They play important role in the protein synthesis. Hence we can record as the protein factory of the cell. So ribosomes is also known as the protein factory of the cell. Next one is centrioles. So centrioles means we can be only found in the lower form of the plants and also all animal cells. In lower form of the plant means algae and fungi and also all animals. The two centrioles are usually located near the nucleus. If you observe the nucleus, we have the two centrioles. They will be helpful for the during cell division. So vacuoles means in animal cells they do not have any lot of number of the vacuoles. In the cell we also find the membrane covered with cavities called vacuoles. So look at the picture. These cavities you can be called as the vacuoles. They can be filled with the fluid called cell sap. They will store the food. So what is the main function of the vacuoles means? They will be helpful for the storage of food, excess water and whatever waste product of there that should be also they can be stored to that point. Next one is nucleus. So in nucleus is one of the spherical organelle found in the all eukaryotic cells. So eukaryotic means nuclear membrane. So nucleus is covered by a double membrane called nuclear membrane. They will be enclosed with the fluid called nucleoplasm. The nuclear membrane which is fluid filled, that is you can record as nucleoplasm. It should be look like a thread-like structure, that is you can record as the chromatic or chromosomes. So where we found the chromosomes? What is the main function of these chromosomes? So during any cell division, chromatin undergoes coiling. There will be thread-like structures which are becoming coiling and supercoiling and become a thick form of the chromosomes. They contain genetic materials. So chromosomes contain genetic materials which have to the character should be transmitted from the parents to offspring, and other than they will be consist of the deoxyribonucleic acid. So they will be responsible for the genes. So related to that one, we have the one question here. What is cytoplasm? So cytoplasm is it is a jelly-like substance which are found in the cell membrane and the nucleus. So next second question. What are non-membranous organelles? The organelles which are not covered by the membranes are called as the non-membranous organelles. So this is the brief explanation of the what is the meaning of cell and its structure and its what is the function of the membranous organelles and non-membranous organelles.